Good morning. It is a bit of a chilly one this morning, actually. It's minus, it's only about -3, but stiffened everything back up again. I don't see any steers down here, but they had been going pretty crazy on that molasses lick tank. So right now I got to go up. I'm going to grab this grain back. I got to bring it down. I'm going to use that to unload the half load of oats that I got in my Super Bee. Grainbacks are super handy because you don't have to muscly move them around. You know, like even those augers with movers, they're quite a bit easier to move than an auger without a mover. But, you know, it's icy down there, and this is, yeah, this has a steering wheel, so it's the best way. So I'm gonna fire that up, get that down there, and then I'm gonna unload out of my Super Bee into that brown grain truck. And then I'll use that because I got to make a whole bunch of bags of rolled oats. So we'll get that going today too. Good. Still morning, even with the time change. Look at that. So I got that greenback brought down here, unloaded from my Super Bee into this single axle truck, and it's just quicker this way. I got to make 12, 13, 14 or so bags of just straight rolled oats. So normally what I'd have to do is put a bag on my backhoe, fill it up out of one of these bins, drive over, hang it over the roller, and let it roll, and then keep doing that. When I get a big order like that, try to line it all up, then I just fill the truck up, because that's only going to be about, there'll probably be 12 bags on that truck. So it takes a lot of equipment though. I need the backhoe to run this hydraulic auger, and the only reason that is because the hydraulic hoses are too short to reach the other tractor that's running. This little 430 case is running the roller, and it's running the auger that takes the grain away from the roller. My 4440 is running the mill, which that is kind of a waste too. It's just in order to switch everything around to go straight out of the roller into a bag, I would have to, you know, there'd be a bit of jockeying stuff around. And the other way this works better is that actually works like a surge bin, so it'll hold like 2.5 tons. So it can stay rolling while I take the bag over and set it down and tie it up. If I didn't have it going in there, every time I drove away from the auger, I'd have to shut it off. So we got another project here now. I had a neighbor phone, and he's got 4 steers that he thought I would be interested in. So I jumped on it. So what we're going to do here now, we have some of these freestanding panels kicking around. We have about 5 more of them. And we had a whole bunch of these square tubing gate panels, and they all got the pockets for hinges. So what I'm going to do, because we want to keep these 4 separate from the other ones because they're a little bit smaller, and I actually think they'll probably escape the fence, so we're going to put them in a pen as soon as they get here, so we can leave them in there for a few days till they get used to this being their new home, and we don't have to go chase them around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow a couple holes in here with the torch, and then I can put the hinges in, and then we can mount this gate panel, and then we'll turn this freestanding panel effectively into you know, a panel with a gate on it, because these are they're not super heavy. They're about 400 and some pounds, so you can move them, but it's not I mean, that's not handy once you have them set in place. And if you want to move animals in and out of there, like a gate is obviously a lot more handy than a panel to slides. It was also -18 when we got up this morning, so that's just unnecessary for the middle of March, but it does happen. So today isn't going to be a whole bunch of firing up all these trucks. We knew we were going to get snow last night, so we got everything tarped and we got everything brought down out of the way, because I had to load a Super Bee up yesterday of barley. So yeah, today, you know, as always, this tractor stays in the shop, so it starts. But everything else, I never had it plugged in. They told us it was going to be a low of 9. It was actually a low of like 18.8, and it's still about minus 12, so it's not warming up all that fast. But I'm going to get to it here and get this panel installed. This gate, I guess, installed on this panel. So the process is complete. I didn't film it because, I mean, it's just cutting holes in this pipe. So cut the holes, slid this through. These were actually so long that we thought, well, we'll just bend them up, and then because it's threaded, it'll probably break. But if it doesn't, we can actually put this in the middle and put a gate out this side and this gate out this side, and then be more efficient. We were gonna just whack them off here so you don't catch your coat and everything on there, because that's always frustrating. But we thought, you know what, we'll give it a shot, because the gates aren't that big and they're not that heavy that you know, that probably would hold it. So we just bent them up to make hinges on the other side. So that's the other one that I did. I put the hinges out this way, and when you open the gate, it hits here, right? It can't cam over like this one does. So when you try to move the panel around, the gate's flopping around, and it kind of sucks. It's quite a bit shorter of a gate. I think it is only like, you know, 2 of these sections, so it ends like right here. This one is quite a bit longer, but I think that will add quite a bit of usage value to this old, I guess it's a new freestanding panel, but now it will have gates mounted on it. Still about minus 10, although the sun, wherever it is at, is she's whipping pretty good. So in the sunshine, it's probably above 0, warm on your face. So I expect the water will start running today, and it'll probably warm up to, I don't know, at least 0 by sometime this afternoon. We're gonna go in for lunch now. We'll come back out, and then we're going to see if we can rearrange those panels that are up there for when our 4 new steers come. So there it is. We finally got used the rest of the panels we had bought. We made a pen over here for this little pony because he's mean to the other horses, so he needs to be by himself. We made this pen over here for the 4 steers that are coming this week. We'll keep them separate from them other 5. They're actually pretty small too, and I'm not sure, they might be able to escape the barbed wire fence easier. And then all the way over here is the pen where Brownie was. We moved those other 2 horses in there. We got to keep them all separate because the grain that we feed the steers is not so good for horses. So, and then that molasses lick tank there is also not good for horses. So that's the idea of keeping them all separate. Unfortunately, we are still suffering the long-term effects of losing power 2 weeks ago. So all these waters, there's quite a few of them. They actually go all the way up, but they're all frozen. So we'll be bucketing water to everybody, but we bought this big blue tank, which is over there. And those 2 waters, the one in with the horse and the one in this pen over here, behind that bale, they still have power going to them. So as long as we keep them full of water, the water never freezes. That one up there, actually, I don't think has power going to it anymore, so we'll have to check that. But last night was supposed to be the last freezing cold day, so hopefully we're on the downhill side. Also happy to report that my little hinge cutting torch expedition today was a success.